Hey guys, Miss Sewing here, and I'm just going to go through a little video lesson for those of y'all that are at home, quarantined, or not able to come in. I want to make sure that you can still catch up. So for our lesson today, we are covering the First World War, the Great War, and our objective is to find out how this thing got started. And so I encourage you to maybe take some notes along with me, grab a scratch sheet of paper, and that way you can kind of put it in your folder when you come back to school. So the acronym I have to kind of remember the causes of World War One is MANIA, MANIA, and each of those letters stand for something. So we're going to take this one at a time. We'll start with the M, which is militarism. And it's exactly what it sounds like, right? We've got the word kind of military in the term. And what this is talking about is that during the start of the First World War, right before it really got started, you have all of these different countries around the world increasing the amount of military that they have. So hiring more troops, getting more equipment, making more ammo and bombs, just trying to be like the biggest and the baddest military. So everyone's on high alert. They are really making sure that the military is ready to go. All right, our second word, the A of mania, is alliances. Now, do not look at this confusing Venn diagram and feel like you need to memorize this at all. What's really important here is that you see the different sides. So what does it mean to be an ally? Well, like basically to be a friend, right? So alliances are countries that promise to back another country, to support another country if they were to go to war or be attacked. So we've got kind of two main colors here. In purple, we have the Allies, the Triple Entente. It's a little French for you, but they include Britain, Russia, and France. They are the good guys in this war, quote unquote. In green, we have the Triple Alliance, the other side, made up of Germany, Austria, Hungary, and Italy. So you can see how like Serbia and Bulgaria are here in the middle. They are kind of being pulled at from all sides here. Let's keep this in mind because as we go to our other letters, you're going to kind of see why this is a really important part of the causes of World War I. So the next letter I want to talk about is nationalism. You can see this is the point of my planning where I just default to memes, so brace yourself. Nationalism is when you have pride in your country, and that's not a bad thing, right? Being proud of your country. Nationalism in this case, though, is when that kind of starts to become unproductive. We start to see countries who feel like they are the best country on earth, and so they're making enemies out of other countries, and it's just like a whole lot of competition rather than countries working together. My favorite personal one, I can't remember what TV show this is from. VeggieTales, that's it. Imperialism, we've talked about this last week if you were with us. If you were not, quick refresher. Imperialism is when a powerful country takes over another country. Maybe they take their resources or maybe they take their land. So my little meme here, of course, is new territory has valuable resource, and America kind of pokes its head up and says, hello, allow us to introduce ourselves. And so we see this not just in the United States, but all over Europe. Different countries are starting to use their power to take what might not have been theirs. And that brings me to the final cause of the war, and that is an assassination. So we have the murder of a guy named Archduke Franz Ferdinand. He is a leader of Austria-Hungary. He's a young guy. He and his wife are in Serbia. They're seeing the town. They're shaking hands, kissing babies. And this Serbian nationalist named Gavrilo Princip shoots him. He kills him. He kills his wife. And what happens is that Austria-Hungary, the country that Archduke Franz Ferdinand was going to be the leader of, declares war on Serbia for this assassination. And this is what we call like the trigger of World War I. So I'm going to kind of scroll back here. The M, A, N, and I of mania, they're all like slow burning factors. They're causes, and we need to recognize that. But the thing that really takes us from being a conflict to a war is that assassination. If that guy wasn't killed at that time, well, then this whole thing might not have happened. So to finish up, we got some more memes. The one on the left is my personal favorite. Speaks for itself there. And then, of course, lesson of the day: if you're going to murder someone, please try not to trigger a world war. It's kind of a ridiculous example, but it's true. If this guy hadn't died, if he wasn't assassinated, then possibly the 60 million people that died during World War I may have lived. We'll never know. So the thing that I'm going to have you guys do next is to take a look at a couple of resources. Now, this is what the class is doing. So I'm going to have you do something a little bit shorter than everybody else, but I want you guys to take a look at some of the causes of why the United States joined World War I. Because if y'all noticed on the alliance slide, the United States is nowhere on this list. And we're not going to join the war until 1917, about 3 years after it starts. So we kind of come in right at the very end. And so the question that you're going to answer, and that is going to certainly help you on the exit ticket for today, is why. What prompts America to join this war? And that's what I'm going to have you guys work on after this. So with that, I'm going to end this video lesson because it's getting long enough already. If you guys are having any issues, just because you're at home doesn't mean I'm not your teacher anymore, right? Email me, comment on Google Classroom. Honestly, that is the easiest thing, is just to comment on Classroom, because I get an email every time you do. And I will answer you as soon as I can. All right, well, take care, guys. And I hope to see you back in class very soon.